I'm ready.
So I'm ready. Are you married?
Yes, I am married.
Is Mr. Brown single?
I don't know. No, Mr. Brown isn't single. He's married.
Mm-hmm. Has Mr. Brown a wife? Has Mr. Brown a wife?
Yes, Mr. Brown has a wife.
Wife, yeah?
Wife. Wife.
Yeah, wife, I.
Wife, Боже, wife. Yes, a wife.
Mm-hmm. Has Mrs. Brown a husband?
Yes, Mrs. Brown has a husband.
Is Mrs. Brown's husband standing behind the house?
No, Mrs. Brown isn't.
Mrs. Brown's husband?
Mrs. Brown's husband
Mm-hmm.
isn't behind the house. Uh,
Uh-huh.
uh, he is in front of the house.
What's your mother's name?
My mother's name is Irina.
What's your mother's husband's name?
My husband's
My mother's husband's.
my mother's husband's is
My mother's husband's name is.
Боже, что ж тут двойные эти такие? Еще раз. My mother's husband's name Сергей.
Is Sergey.
Сергей, Боже.
What's the plural of child?
Is S. Так.
What's the plural of child?
The plural of child is children.
How many children have you?
I have a only child.
I have only child.
Only child, yes.
Good. Tell me, please. So, what do we call this? What do we call this?
We call this a cap.
Cup.
Cup. Я не учила слово, поэтому вспоминаю.
Yes,
A
we
cup.
call this a cup. You're right. What do we call the people in France? What do we call the people in France?
We call people of France French.
What do we call the thing we wear on our heads? What do we call the thing we wear on our heads?
We call things we wear our hands
On our heads.
our heads
Uh-huh.
on is a head.
Yes.
Не, a head.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We call the thing we wear on our head a hat. And what do people generally call their mother and father? What do people generally call their mother and father?
Generally, people call their mother and father dad and mom.